We hit 1,000 subscribers. Dobby's in the chat. Ow.
Sorry.
Murdering me before the video's even started, bro. Oh my god. So the other day I woke up like you always do. You wake up, checked the YouTube, and I was like, it said 1000. I was like, oh, we hit 1,000, and I was like, sheesh, we've been doing this for a year and we hit 1,000 subs, so pretty cool. I mean, someone out there likes watching what we do, which is weird to say.
To be fair, I mean, 1,000 people, that's quite a decent amount. Like, in social...
You visualise it, yeah.
In social media world, it's not that much, but we're very grateful for every single one of you.
Yep.
But if you get yourself in front of an auditorium of 1,000...
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of yous, yeah.
So obviously we've hit 1,000 subscribers and we thought let's do like a thank you video. And we're not going to do some like cringy montage thing of like old clips because no one wants to do that. But we thought, why not do like a get to know us video? If you guys enjoy this kind of video, then we can make some more in the future, more Q&A focus, relationship advice focus, whatever it may be. Just sharing a little bit more about ourselves and some of the things we're doing. As the door goes on this video. As always, distractions are always happening. Just like the door, just like the dog. It's like, this is our lives. We just thought, you know what, today we're going to share a little bit more about ourselves so you guys can learn a bit more about us, maybe ask some more questions. And of course, before we even get into the questions and stuff, make sure you go leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to the next milestone, whatever that's going to be, subscriber, view count, or some stuff. It's like a mountain that just keeps on peaking, and it's like, you hit this, it's like, oh, but that's not enough, and it's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, let's just keep doing this, post videos and have fun online. And then when we eventually move out, we'll be doing a lot more stuff, and we got some cool stuff in the pipeline. So to kick off, the first question is going to be, why did we start the channel? Why did we start Seeking Distractions? Well, I've wanted to always do something online, whether it's make content, make videos, and having consumed way too much media on YouTube, I thought, why not just start making it? And as we're a couple, we've always said we want to do YouTube content, do couples content, do all that kind of weird stuff. That's basically what people do online, and we're like, why not just do ourselves, basically? So for ourselves, in our like free time, we do end up watching a lot of YouTube content, especially when it comes to like Gordon Ramsay, reactionary content, people who are actually creators and reactors like Daz Games, could be Jacksepticeye, like big people that we love watching and probably you guys watch as well. We thought, why not just make content similar to those guys, but also have our own niche and have our own lane? And it's something we just want to keep developing and building as the time goes on, really.
What's one video idea that we've always wanted to do, but we haven't yet? One for you, one for me?
Yeah, there's so many.
For me, I've got a couple ideas brewing, and for me, I'm a late diagnosed neurospicy human. Neurospicy! So what I am is a bit of ADHD, a bit of autism, you know, a bit of that. So I'd love to do a video just going through the journey of start to finish, and maybe help anybody who's in the same position as an adult figure their life out a little bit. Even though I don't have mine sorted out, but a little bit of guidance is helpful.
That's a video people need.
Yeah.
There's not much autistic ADHD people online that like share.
I mean, there are on TikTok, but I feel like when you're going through the journey, or when you're starting to recognise things in yourself that aren't typical, you then start questioning yourself, you start trying to find resources. And I think
YouTube is a good place for it, like longer form stuff, breaking it down, talking about it, how you feel. TikTok's are great for like self-diagnosing.
To be fair, it is a very good tool because the content creators on there, I might be able to give a few to put on the screen that I really like. There are a few very, very good ones who are very informative. It's just sometimes you've got to be mindful, especially there's a lot of fakes, lots of misinformation. So I'll definitely do a video about that in the future.
For myself, I don't think there's many videos that I want to make besides having like unlimited budgets. Like doing like really big stuff, like spending not like Mr. Beast money, but doing like big videos, big projects. I think that's like one thing I'd love to do at some point. But in like the immediate near future, I'll say I'd like to do more long form content of like reactions to episodes of Gordon. A bit more like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, Hotel Hell, all that stuff. It'd be good to do like long form of that and be like, we're gonna sit down for 45 minutes, watch a whole episode, react and do that, because that's literally a comment we get every week on the Gordon stuff of like, we want like this episode of this season. I'm like, I would love to do that, but it's gonna take like an hour and a half of recording, then editing, and that's like for one video. I'm like, oh, but it's something we need to do. So at some point we need to just sit down and do it. It's just doing it. So that's like one of like the more kind of things I would like to do. and do more of as we keep doing this.
I feel like hence the name Seeking Distractions. We want to do a few different things scattered around, but we want to stay in the same sort of wavelength of
hitting the different
keeping
areas.
it light, but nothing
too serious.
Nothing. I mean,
I don't want to be like one of those people. Like the one that I always go to is Cinema Therapy because like I love watching them.
I love
so
them.
good content, amazing content. Go watch those guys, right? But they are a movie maker and a therapist, and they come together and they react to movies and they talk about it.
And that
is
their
like
own
from their own experience, and it's really in depth. I would love to do that, but we're not like as knowledgeable in those two areas. So for us, it's like we want to spread it. Eventually get into gaming as well. I feel like Mo would be a really good gaming YouTuber at some point. Like,
listen, I'll do Legend of Zelda. That is something I can play.
Nah, like even just some PC games, indie games, scary games, like
I love
Resident Evils and stuff. Like going through playthroughs of that.
I'll be the most frustrating.
Outlast at some point, doing stupid stuff like that. It would just be. I don't want to be in the room. I'll be scared, but
I'll play those games, right? But I feel like you as a watcher, you as a viewer would be the most watcher. That's
Observer.
the movie, right?
Yeah, it was.
Watchers.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there was, wasn't it?
That was also like a Netflix murder mystery show. Remember?
Yeah.
It was like 6-10 episodes. Can't
Yeah,
remember.
and it was like that.
Family moved into the house and it had like a stalker.
Yeah. That was an interesting one.
That was a good one.
You as a viewer probably would be so horribly frustrated with the way I play because I don't have it ingrained. I don't have the dexterity of playing quickly because
muscle connection.
As the way I was brought up, but I wasn't allowed to play games. So I've only really started getting into it in my 20s. So I'll be very frustrating to watch, but it might be a bit of fun watching it.
The first video you'll look at yourself and go, trash. And then by like a couple years down the line, you could be like, oh, I'm actually decent now. And that's the thing. It's hard to have the time to game like you used to, but it is what it is. Next question. So what was our first ever upload on the channel? Well, actually it was a short. I remember I was posting shorts in like January of 2024, which was like some of the things we did before we were doing like long form content. For long form content, our first ever one was like a Jubilee or Button cut reaction to like Who's the Short King, and it was like a guessing. It was like a blindfolded one, I think it was, where it's like you have to guess who was short based on like
what they say.
Yeah. And I remember it was like they were testing based on like how high they were speaking above each other. Like if I was above you, they'd be like, oh, maybe that was like a taller person, but that was like a year and a bit ago. It's been so long. One thing you'll also see, production quality has gotten better with like, we've got a studio light, we've got the light in the back, got a proper webcam, we've got the studio mic and all that stuff. So we got everything we need really to just keep doing what we do. I just wish we didn't have jobs so we could just do this all day and do that, which would be pretty cool.
Indeed. What's a random fact about each other? God. What's a random fact about each other that people wouldn't expect?
So for me, I've got like a dent in my head, and my mom says I was dropped as a kid, which is like haha funny, but
I genuinely think that might have been true.
It could be true.
That dent,
it's bad. It's like every time I get a haircut, I always get a bit conscious because you know, like they like put your head to the side, do the and trim and all stuff. So when they grab hair here and they trim, I'm like, they could feel it's like a
shock to the thing is when I first met him, right? He used to do this thing where you see he's got this beautiful curly hair. He used to straighten his hair and wax it back. So it'd be like this helmet on his head. And obviously that hides everything, and you push it down and it literally bounces.
Yeah, it was I miss those days.
It was a proper helmet. And like I'll touch back here, like and about, oh, and it's like scary because you don't expect it. I mean, but
that's why I couldn't go bald.
Things where you want to go shave your hair off.
I want to shave and restart, but if we hit like 100k subs, I might do it for that.
Well, since we're doing physical facts, I'm gonna say I've got a tiny little scar on my elbow. You can just about see it there. It's not very visible on camera, and that is from me carrying Luke around a park. I was giving him a piggyback, and smart us. This like literally like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We're walking around and I was like, I can step down this step with him on my back. I'm strong enough. I bent my knee slightly and then we crashed. We decked it and crashed. I basically split that part of my elbow on a bit of concrete and it was this like peak COVID as well. So my arm's like bleeding all the way up. Everyone's in masks. Nobody wants to help because everyone's like, oh, germs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's more likely to cry in a sad movie? And it's just me. For some reason, movies, whenever there's a nice soundtrack, very sad emotional thing, whatever.
Piano music.
Piano.
For some reason, piano music
just
sets
hits.
them off.
PTSD for some reason. And it's like, if I watch a sad movie, even if it's like Marley and Me, like about the dog and it dies, and it's
most
like
people tend to cry on that one though.
Yeah, but that's like the one I always think about. But there's like other ones that we just think of, or just it could be the most stupid stuff in the movie, and you're like, oh, I just wanted them to be together, or oh, she died and they never got to speak. It's like these are just isolated stories that are complete fiction, but I'm like, I just wish it got the payoff it deserved.
What's our favourite TV shows of all time? My lack of decision making skills doesn't help with this, but as of recent, I'll say Dexter is absolutely
solid
in the top. And we've also watched the Dexter, New Blood, and Original Sin. But the original Dexter series from 2006, start time, that is a top tier show.
So good.
Completely on the other side of the spectrum. Weirdly, Superstore on Netflix might hit with some of you, maybe not with others, but they're completely opposite vibes. Dexter's there for the serious, slightly autistic, psychopath, murderer vibes. And then Superstore's for play in the background because I've watched it so many times. And it's just easy giggles. I would say things like Friends and How I Met Your Mother are a little bit... I love them, but for some reason these two just constantly are up there for me. They stick for me.
If I think about myself, I would probably say it's hard to even pick one. So I'm going to cop out and give 3.
Okay, top 3.
Kind of similar how to use it. So first would be season 1 to 6 of Game of Thrones. Like that was peak, especially watching it when it came out. It was like just beautiful. Watch it before school, and then talk about it all day in school, and then annoy everyone else because they haven't seen it because we were like waking up early to go watch it on like some dodgy websites.
I don't have Stranger Things. Stranger Things also very good.
That's up there. Then I've also got to say Power. I think Power's really good. Mel doesn't really like it, but I think the story and like the storytelling full stop is really good. The acting's amazing. The progression of like the character development, so good. It's not for everyone, and for me and Casper used to watch it all the time, so we were like always giving our own opinions and reviews. And then finally, I can't think of like the third one off the top of my head besides Dexter, because I think that one's probably been the one that came into our lives and it was like,
it was so impactful. So like, good. That's because it's so in depth and the plot lines are so nicely tied up. I know a lot of people say after the Trinity sort of situation starts getting a bit downhill, but they still, I don't know, I really enjoyed it all the way through.
I don't think it lost its identity. I think it was hard to beat the Trinity season 4 arc because it's just the best in the season. I think season 1's probably my favourite because it's like...
It's a really good introduction, and I've been listening to Darkly
Dreaming Dexter.
I've been listening to the Darkly Dreaming Dexter audiobook, and it is very, very similar, like, book to series season 1, which is quite cool. I mean, in autistic fashion, I have a list of all the shows that we have watched, and I don't know if you can catch that, but so far we're at number 44, and I think I've missed a few out. I think we should one day maybe list those all out, and we should rank all the shows that we have actually watched.
Of course, leave a comment down below with any TV show, movie recommendations that we can just watch in our own leisure time or react to in the future. But I feel like for me, TV shows have been a bit more of a problem because it's hard to find one that's sticky. We were watching Breaking Bad, and we did basically watch it about 3 years ago. Watched up to like season 2. I'm not even that far, I don't think. And we kind of gave up a bit and was like, I know everyone says it's amazing, but for me it was just, I need a show that's like really gripping and sticky. And maybe it gets like season 3, 4, whatever it does. The thing
with Breaking Bad, it is one of the top rated shows of all time and has the most people that have actually reviewed it.
Yeah.
That is one of those things where for some reason we watched it. I tried watching it by myself about 6 years ago, or 5 years ago. I got to like season 4 and I got bored.
So building on like the TV, movie type of question, what's our go-to comfort TV show, game or hobby? I think we can answer all of those individually. So for the first one, our comfort TV show,
it's
Rick and Morty. It's Rick and Morty. It's like outside of Rick and Morty, it'd probably be Friends. Because there's usually a time where we'll whack Friends on when we're like cleaning or put something on downstairs, just because we're like, we don't want to watch anything too serious or pay attention to it with like great interest. We've watched it so many damn times. It's like you can pick a random day, pick a random season, an episode, and it would just work.
I think we do the same thing with Big Bang Theory sometimes.
Yeah.
Random season,
Big
random
Bang
episode.
Theory's up there as well.
Yeah, that is. And then when it actually shows on the actual TV, I'm like, I have to sing the intro. You know, it's like
Down.
Go-to game, Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom specifically.
That's right now for sure.
That is right now, and like clocking over, like I've got a nice amount of hours now, but Legend of Zelda is my go-to, or any sort of Super Mario Brothers type of thing where you literally go through the levels.
Yeah.
I love Super Mario Brothers and Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
I'll say Mel's more of a platformer, retro-y gamer vibe. For me, I don't really enjoy those that much. They're very like, not boring, but they're very linear in a way I don't enjoy linear games, if that makes sense. Like, I like third-person story games or shooters, but like the third-person platformer 2D almost games as well, like Mario, it's just not for me.
Thing is,
I find it hard to stay playing them and they're not engaging for me.
Thing is, those are the ones I grew up with. So for me, we had a discussion a few days ago actually. Those types of games like the Mario World and like the Wii, that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Because my parents, for some reason, allowed those ones because I'd also
they're
play
kid friendly.
Yeah, they're very kid friendly.
Growing up friendly.
And I got them when I was like 10, so we'd be allowed to occasionally play those at the weekend. Whereas for him, he grew up with PlayStation and PC gaming, so for him it was a bit of a different situation.
Yeah, it's not Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly. So I grew up with Nintendo games, which have this particular characteristic where they're a bit more retro-y and like platformer type stuff. So
for me right now, I don't really have like a go-to like comfort game. I never really have games for comfort because usually it would be competitive, like just play rank plays and stuff like that. Right now I'm playing Red Dead 2. Which I'll probably play later today, which would be cool. I'm only like 5-6 hours into it, so it's like super early. But that's probably one thing that will be like a future comfort game for me as I'm playing it. But I don't really have games for comfort. But that's why I'm playing more RPGs, because I want to find games that are more storytelling based and more comforting, of like, you don't have to shoot the next person, you're just playing the story and let it unfold.
I beg to differ. I know that one of your comfort games that you always go back to is GTA 4. 100%. Anytime you're bored or need something to do, you end up replaying the game. That is something you can constantly find yourself. It's so
good.
Yeah.
GTA 4, Liberty City Story. So like I've always played that, the Nico storyline, and obviously the Ballad of Gay Tony, which is like a DLC. The Lost and Damned one, it's rubbish. But that is like easy thing, and sometimes I'll just like re-download it and go, I'm just gonna play it and redo the whole story.
Yeah.
And I did that like twice last year.
Exactly. So I think there is
a lot.
there is a bit of comfort in that.
Yeah. Everything else I said was a lie, basically.
Really. He's lying to you. He's lying.
What are you lying for?
What are you lying for?
If you could travel anywhere right now, where would you go to?
I'm feeling Thailand.
My answer was actually going to be in that neck of the woods. I was going to say Japan.
I like that idea a bit more. I'm stealing it.
So we're both agreeing Japan?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. That was a very easy question. But why?
Oh, I really want to go to... So basically, I want to go to where they do the car meets. And that, like... Oh,
yeah, you could. Yeah, it's like the...
Or, like, I also want to go where they do the drifting on the mountain. Where you always get those clips. And I really want to just drive up the mountain and take the view in. And obviously, just the actual touristy bits and actually visiting monuments. And
we would need at least like 2 weeks to do car stuff of like go see old JDM cars.
Yeah.
Go to a meet. Go to Ibisu. Maybe even go to Mount Fuji for Fuji Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's also another little racetrack for people that might know called Tsukuba, Tskba. I think is how you spell it. It's like a very like cute little track. I play it all the time with GT5 back when I used to play Gran Turismo. That would need to go to Hiroshima and Nagasaki for where they drop the nukes. Then we have to go to Tokyo, go Haneda, go Kyoto. Like there's so many different places I would need to do. And
so
it
would end up being like a 3-week trip.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. But we're going to be teleporting there like that, so we could just go do it.
What does our ideal chill day look like?
For me, it would be wake up about 8 a.m, then we'd have morning coffee, get ready, go gym, come back, cook lunch, and literally do nothing for the rest of the day, play some games, do some movie watching, TV show watching, I guess. To be honest, our chill days are like pretty dialed in.
Yeah, because you don't let me actually have a chill day.
I don't ever like doing nothing as a chill day. Like I can't just wake up and then go like I'm not leaving the house. There are some days I feel like that and we have done that, but chill day still needs like there's still something that needs to be done. That's complete opposite to what Mel's chill day would look like.
Well, you see, because for me, when I need a chill day, it's because I have been overwhelmed or overstimulated the day before. I've had social stuff the day before. I need to completely switch off and recuperate. Recuperate, is that the word?
Yeah, recover the energy.
Yeah, because my energy depletes so quickly from doing the most bog standard stuff. So for me, it would literally involve not leaving the house, staying in bed. And
almost like a bed brain rot day.
Bed brain rot day, but likelihood is I'll do some cooking. Because I love some baking type of or cooking stuff. So if I'm having a complete chill day,
soul.
I might end up just doing a bit of cooking because I'm like food.
What's one food that you can eat every day that you don't get bored of? Because of our diet, it's a bit different, but I've got a really good answer.
I would go for salads.
Ooh, okay.
Because, I mean, I change up the salad every time I make it. So I go from having ones that are, you know, ones with quinoa, a bit of chickpeas, all of that type of stuff, to then ones with chicken and stuff, then ones with like apple and balsamic vinegar. So I change up my salads. I don't know if that's
a really versatile answer.
I don't know if that's a cop-out answer. That
is a cop-out answer. Because you're saying one thing as about infinite because of salad. But that works. That's a good answer though. It's political.
That's my answer. Don't know if it's a cop-out or not, but that is my answer.
I'm going to go really stupid with mine, and it's going to be a banana with peanut butter.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because the flavours mix so well, and I get the perfect thing of like something fruity, but that doesn't taste like citrusy fruit or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also get the peanut. I know it's two foods in one, but I just treat it as one. I mean, it's like a snack. That's one thing I just eat every day because I could mix it in between a breakfast, lunch, or dinner snack, like dessert or whatever. If you could be a character in any TV show you've watched, what would you be? Or who would you be? Be Rick. Because you could literally do anything and you'll have infinite timelines.
That is a really cool idea, but I'm dead. Actually, no, your wife is dead there.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, that would suck.
it's a bit of a...
Rick is actually a really depressed person.
Severely.
The one we watch.
Oh, yeah.
In this timeline. Severely depressed because, yeah, Diane's died.
Deaded Diane.
It's a really hard question. Because usually in these TV shows, the ones you'd say, let's say you want to be Dexter, yeah? In reality, you're an autistic psychopath murderer.
Murderer.
With like hundreds of bodies. And now in Dexter Resurrection, whenever we get to it, he's going to be on the run from the police.
No, he's an actual murderer, so I don't really want to be a murderer.
The mask is gone.
Life. Yeah. Daenerys.
Be Daenerys. Get f***ed by your brother.
Alright, ignoring that section. Daenerys herself.
Okay, cool. That's a good question.
I would love to have some pet dragons, bro. I would love to be in that sort of fantasy universe, you know, where you've got dragons and stuff.
This is not going to be like my actual 100% answer, but Mel just showed me the things of the list of all the ones we've seen. I'd go for Will in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Because there's a really good come-up story. You know, he has like quite a sad upbringing, but he like learns to be a man and grow up and just...
Be a man.
Yeah, like there's like the scene where obviously his dad comes back and he does like, I did everything without you, blah, blah, blah. I learned how to be a man without you, throw a ball, whatever, like the thing. It's like a really iconic scene.
Okay.
And I think that's like very relatable to men who probably, not like I've not grown up without a father figure, but like it's very relatable when you can go, oh, I can see what it's like to be him, but like then he's infinitely famous and wealthy. Obviously he's got his own problems outside of that stuff, but he's the shark slayer as well, you know, and Fishtail.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'd go for Will and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because that period of time must be so sick to live.
So basically, he wants to embody Will Smith.
Not everything, but like some areas maybe, yeah.
Since they get to know us, what are some hobbies that we are interested in doing, learning, all of that shebang? Obsessed with. In true ADHD fashion, I've got a few hobbies. I like to paint. I do a lot of painting with acrylics and oils. Not to say I'm good, I just enjoy it. It's more for myself, bit of fun. With that, it's a lot of arts and crafty type stuff. I've got a little hat I made over there, a princess hat. You know what? Let me put it on.
You have to wear this for the rest of the video now.
Okay, that's fine. So anyway, as we're back, you can see I do a little bit of arts and crafts here and there. This is my princess hat. Obviously we've got a little googly eyes because you gotta watch yourself. I have dabbled in pottery. Looking to continue learning that a bit because that's quite fun. I don't know. I do love little fiddly bits. So I love little crafts and like mechanic sets where you do basically like Lego but with actual bolts and
screws and mechanical stuff. For me right now, my hobbies are mainly just gym, jiu-jitsu,
that's one.
Lego, buying pop vinyls and buying Pokemon cards. Like buying graded stuff, keeping it old 1999 base sets, Shadowless stuff. Got some stuff in the background, so I got some like old stuff that I just displaying. But really, my hobbies are mainly because of my hobbies growing up, if that makes sense. Like they've just evolved over time, whereas Mel's are like cyclical of trying new things within ADHD brain mindset, and then recycling into something else, which I wish I could do. Because I find it hard to mentally attach to something brand new because I'm like, oh, I've got to spend so much time learning about it, doing the research, buying the stuff and doing it. That's a process. For me as a male monkey brain, it's like, just stay with the stuff you're already good at and know. Things that are physical, like gym and jiu-jitsu, the same for me as a kid, playing football and going to the gym. Very similar grouped activities. Buying stuff. I used to buy and resell trainers. So now I'm just buying and reselling Pokemon cards and other stuff like that. It's the same bloody hobby, just another version of it. I mean, Lego. I've had Lego since I was a child and literally grew up playing it. That's probably why my neck has long-term pain from literally just sitting here playing with Legos and building, which is what I still do now. You'll see we got a lot of Lego at home and in my place, so it's like we need a museum for this stuff. We need a display cabinet.
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, I will say gym is something that's stuck with me my whole life because before adulthood and all of that, I was gymnasts in.
Growing up ruins stuff, man. Honestly, just ruins your stuff.
But so I did make myself a promise that I want to stay somewhat fit my whole life.
Likewise.
So gym is something that I will agree with you on there, considering we go to the gym almost daily together anyway. So I mean.
So for the final question, what is one tattoo you would love to have that you currently don't have? I can't tell you like the specific one that I want, but I can tell you the area, and I want one on my back or my leg, because you've got one on your leg and on your back, and not that I say I feel not to say I feel left out. It's because I've wanted one in these two areas, but I don't know like
what you want,
the art style, what I want. Like I would do a similar thing I'm doing on my arm with like the sticker book thing of having, you know, patchwork, loads of stuff on my leg. But I know it would look really stupid for about 2-3 years whilst I like slowly collect it.
Yeah.
And that'd be another process.
That's how I'm feeling a bit about my leg at the moment. It's looking a bit
naked.
Yeah.
it just looks weird having one thing there, similar to yours. Not like that though, that's a Luna moth.
So, as we are here, might as well stand up. So, this is a bit of my leg. I want something right there. I've got a Luna moth there. He says he doesn't want one, but that's fine. I want a Fall Out Boy album cover themed one on my leg. So
today's video, I hope you guys have got to learn a little bit more about us, know more about the stuff we do, hobbies and all the other wonderful stuff, because without you guys, we wouldn't have even got to 1 subscriber, so let alone 1,000. We're on the road probably to the next 1,000 at a time, and we'll hit that at some point. We're going to do it. It's going to happen. So it's been quite a weird year because we've literally changed our routine of what we do on the weekends, and we've editing videos, recording, and it's like, it's actually something I enjoy doing. I just need to get in the routine of it again. I just can't take you seriously right now, that hat.
And if you made it this far into the video, please leave a like, comment, and obviously subscribe. We're trying to hit our next milestone, whatever that may be. If you'd like to see more of our videos, of course, check it down below. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Nothing from myself. Make sure you just go leave a like, comment, subscribe, because reasons such as reasons.
So you can see more of this.
Yes. Without further ado, we'll see you guys in the next one, and go check out the content. Bye!